Hello, good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Today's lesson for Friday, December 4th, is a continuation of our study of ratios and proportions. And it's a carryover of the tape diagram and starting to recognize that not all ratios are comparing parts of a mixture or parts of a paint gallon or parts of sand or anything like that. But ratios can come in part-to-part comparisons, or they can become part out of a whole comparison. So these first two examples are just a review. Now these are in Get More Math, so it's a little different look than Think Central, but the idea and the work is still the same. Okay, so here we have a tape diagram representing cups of mix. If you ever bought those little Crystal Light lemonade packs, that's what I'm thinking of, this powdered mix. And then you add it to an amount of water. Okay, so the recipe for this mix of beverage is the ratio of mix to water. So here they've identified, the ratio, and this is a part to part because they're talking about this part of the beverage compared to this part of the beverage. And it's demonstrated. They don't tell us the numbers, they just tell us in a picture what the ratio is. And this first part of your lesson practice today is all about just writing part-to-part ratios. I cannot stress enough how important it is to read the question and read all of the information instead of just trying to look at the picture and solve, because sometimes they're going to change the order of the ratio, and you'll further on through today's video, you're going to notice that they might even want a fraction for your ratio, a part out of the whole thing combined. So without further ado, I'm going to continue through some examples here. What is the ratio of mix to water shown in the strip diagram above? The question also tells me in parentheses to write all the answers in this form or in this order. Cups of mix, they want you to use the colon instead of the fraction key to cups of water. So in this case, I go up here, cups of mix, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 whole squares have been colored in. 2 cups of water, 1, 2, 3 and a half. And you can have mixed numbers in your ratios, 3 and a half. Okay, next example. Cups of sugar, 4 parts. Cups of flour, 3 and a half. This is another part-to-part picture. What is the ratio of sugar to flour? Sugar to flour shown in the strip diagram above. They want the ratio written in this order: cups of sugar first, colon, cups of flour second, and kind of just goes 4 and 3 and a half again. Okay, next example. Cups of mix, we're back to that powdery mix to make our beverage, plain old water, taste a little better. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts are colored in here. It says, what is the ratio of mix to water shown in the diagram above? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's another strip diagram. What is the ratio of sugar to flour shown in the strip diagram above? They want the sugar amount first, flour second. Four to 7. Okay, so these are all part-to-part comparisons in our ratio. Now take a look at, we have a little different ingredient here. Ratios can also be written to look like fractions, and if I read the information here, I don't know what they're making. Could be cookies, could be a lemonade mix where you have fresh squeezed lemon juice and you need to add sugar so it's not so tart flavor. Who knows? But anyway, the part that they are talking about out of this recipe is just they're focusing on cups of sugar, and then all of the rest of the ingredients would make this whole tape diagram complete. The question is, what is the ratio of cups to sugar to all the ingredients. Okay, so here's my clue word that they're looking for a ratio. Cups of sugar are the shaded squares, 1, 2, 3, 4. To all the ingredients is all of the squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does this kind of look like familiar when you started studying fractions a few years back? Fractions are ratios. It's just part out of a whole. So this would be a part to whole comparison in regards to ratios. Here we have another example. We have, you guys might have looked at these as fraction strips when you were first learning about fractions. What is the ratio of cups of milk to all the ingredients? So cups of milk is one of the two squares or rectangles shaded in out of the two total that represent all the ingredients mixed together. Okay, here's another example. What is the ratio of cups to flour to all the ingredients shown in the strip diagram above? 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Again, you can have mixed numbers. Use the colon to represent the ratio. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now they're taking away the diagrams and the pictures to count. Now you're really going to have to read. Feel comfortable to read it out loud. Make some notes over on a sheet of scratch paper. Do not try to do these in your head. And you can use a calculator too. The ratio of cows to pigs. Okay, so I just like to write it down on my scratch paper first. Cows to pig is the ratio they're giving us at the farm is 14 to 35. 14 cows, 35 pigs. Please note that the order of the numbers matches the order of the labels. If there are 70 pigs, okay, so here's the label. This number goes with the pigs part of our ratio. So if there are 70 pigs, how many animals are there all together? So how many animals are they all together? So there's a couple of steps involved in this one. Okay, so this is the ratio of cows and pigs at the farm. Okay, what we need to do here is it's not just finding the number of cows, which you could do it this way. You could find the number of cows and you'd go to your calculator and you could enter 14 times 70 divided by 35, and the number of cows equals, you could go to your calculator, what did I say? 14 times 70 divided by 35 equals 28. Now careful, that's the number of cows. Is that the question? No, the questions are how many animals are there all together? So if this value equals 28, to answer the question is the animals equals cows and the pigs values added together. So you would do 28 plus 70 to get your final answer. And notice, watch for these little gray words in your answer box. A label is required, so you would put 98 animals in the answer box. Okay, my writing pad doesn't work very well. Okay, so please, 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 please do not just look at this and go, oh, cows to pigs, 14 to 35, 70 pigs, and put it in the answer and enter the answer of 28. Okay, make sure you read and that your answer, you have to know what your numbers are representing in your work. I put C for cows and I was going over here and I thought, oh no, they don't care how many cows. They want to know if there are 70 pigs on the farm, how I can figure out how many cows and then add my answers together. So this is a couple two-step problem involved here. in today's practice. Let's take a look at another one. The ratio of hamburgers to hot dogs at the picnic is 6:2. If there are 6 hot dogs, how many lunch items, are there altogether? Now this is going to be a little different example from the previous example. I'm going to take a look at, what do I know? I'm going to use some clues here. I'm going to go on a little investigation. I know that they're giving me hamburgers to hot dogs, and together they are equal lunch items. So remember, ratios don't always have to be a comparison of 2 things. You can put a comparison of 3 things together. Okay, I know that there are 6 hamburgers, 2 hot dogs in the given ratio, which is a ratio of 6:8, or add them together for a total of 8 lunch items. Now go back to the question. It's a little different way of solving it, and look at, the ratio in the question is not hamburgers to hot dogs, it's hamburgers to lunch items. And I know that in the original sentence, the first sentence with all the kinds of clues and information to help me solve, there are 6 hamburgers, and when there are 6 hamburgers only, there's an equivalent of 8 total lunch items. If I have, oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. Okay, my apologies for pausing there. I made a mistake, and I stressed reading the problem over and over, and then here I go and make a mistake in my example video. So I just paused the video there, and I cleared up the screen instead of wasting your time watching me erase and rewrite. So going back to the question, the ratio in the question is hot dogs to lunch items. What can I conclude from the given information in the first sentence? Well, when there are 2 hot dogs, there are late lunch items, but if they have 6 hot dogs and this rate of hamburgers to hot dogs continues, how many lunch items is that? 6 times 8 divided by 2, 24 lunch items. Please note that you have to enter in the correct label. And how do I find the label? Look at what you're looking for in the question itself. Okay, moving along, I have a short little time left of instructional video. I want to take a look at this last problem here. And I'm going to move this over here, and I'll just write in the problem itself. There's a consideration with your cross products, and you might run across a couple of problems like this. The ratio of destroyers to battleships in the Navy is 114:60. What fraction of the total number of boats is the number of destroyers? So you can have destroyers, battleships, and then total, I'm just going to put N for number of boats on my scratch paper. Destroyers is 114, battleships are 60, and the total number for that rate adds up to 174 total boats in the given ratio in the first sentence. Okay, then they asked what fraction of the total number of the boats is destroyers. So fractions again are the part identified in the question over the total or the whole group. Okay, that's the definition of a fraction again. They are talking about destroyers, so 114 destroyers over 174. Now, I have not tested this out, but please watch that maybe they want this ratio in simplest form. So if you enter it as it is and you get it wrong, go and see if your fraction can be simplified. And notice this is a 2-parter here, and I just really quickly, how many times the number of battleships? So how many times the number of battleships is the total of destroyers? So putting in the information from the ratio, number of battleships times 60 equals 114. You can just, to solve, you need to divide and then simplify, and you can leave it as this. If that